Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, the You're Sitting in My Seat Power Entitlement Couple. My ex-partner's mother keeps booting me out of McDonald's. Entitled SIL and MIL. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. The You're Sitting in My Seat Power Entitlement Couple. A cautionary tale of entitled behavior biting someone, and it was not me. I had the seat booked on both of my flights. Yes, I got a deal on first class and flew sitting in the first seat on the plane. I was thrilled. First flight, great seatmates. Second flight, problematic people. I got in my seat. A few minutes later, a couple with the husband wearing a Berkeley sweatshirt and jeans and a wife dressed in designer duds got on and started immediately insisting I was sitting in one of their assigned seats. They had tickets for 1B and 1C and insisted that 1A was the aisle seat. Told them they were wrong. Pointed to the sign showing which seat was which. They got the flight attendant, who confirmed that I was in the correct seat and they were middle and aisle, not I copacetic? Right? Nope. They started complaining to the flight attendants that I was too fat and was crowding the husband. I may be fluffy, but I can fit in the seat easy on a regular seat, much less these wide ones, and put on the seatbelt and pull it in some. I wasn't touching his rarefied ass. The flight attendants moved them, not I, to right behind me. So I ended up with a full empty 3 oversized seats. I made sure to stretch out over all 3 and take the most glorious and petty power nap of all times. They moaned about how unfair it was, how I should never have been allowed to sit near them, I should have been moved, etc., etc. This is why it pays to be nice to others, even others you don't particularly like much. They sat crowded in with someone else fluffy, ignored by the flight attendants while I lolled about napping. I take napping oh so seriously. I think they must have exhibited that same very bad attitude going through customs because I passed them having their baggage pulled apart and inspected while a customs agent grilled them. Karma is real. Still laughing thinking about it. The best of your revenge? You didn't do anything. Congrats, smiley face. OP didn't do anything including fly first class. Every first class I've seen has single rows. There may be some janky airline like Spirit that has 2 in a row, but none have 3 and call it first class. I hope the customs agent was twice your size and sweating profusely as he yanked their cardigan sweaters from their bag. This is a fantastic story. I had a woman make a huge deal on a SW flight because I was in an exit row. That's why I paid for early boarding. She's standing in the aisle right next to me, talking about how tall her son is and how some people don't need the exit row, while giving me the stink eye. Her kid walks up behind her. I gotta look at him. Then, I decided to stand up and get something out of the overhead bin. I'm a woman. She about shit her pants when I stood up. I had at least 3 inches on that kid, and it's all leg on me. The flight attendant had to fight back a laugh when the woman's face turned red and she had to keep moving to find an empty seat. By the way, they were part of the last boarding group. If you need extra room, figure that shit out ahead of time. Pay to board early. I've had to squeeze into plenty of spots that I barely fit in. I love when people are described as fluffy, because all I think of is a bird fluffing its feathers up to make itself look bigger. Speaking of the school in that place and entitlement. Years ago, when I was teaching at a for-profit summer program's math class for middle schoolers, my TA caught one student copying off her friend. This was a friend group of 4 who always sat together. I emailed her parents letting them know the situation and that copying another student's work was not allowed. Pretty simple, right? Wrong. The response was along the lines of, "There is no way that happened. my wife and I each have advanced math degrees from local, prestigious university, and she would never do that. My response remained professional and did not escalate the matter. However, what I really wanted to say was, wow, when I got my degree it was just a piece of paper. Yours apparently included some type of magic that prevents your daughter from having any type of free will. People with bad attitudes are looking for a place to happen and pull their nasty attitude out and try to take over while blasting nasty attitude on everyone they meet. Airlines have their number and increasingly deal with them by moving them away from their goal, the priced seat they didn't book or pay for. When confiscation doesn't go their way, complete meltdowns are usually getting them banned these days. Ah, at last, peace for the quiet innocent travelers. My ex-partner's mother keeps booting me out of McDonald's. This is the UK. I, 16F, used to be dating my ex-partner, 15, however we broke up only a few weeks ago. Now this wouldn't be a problem if their mother didn't work in the only McDonald's in our area, and I think she's holding a grudge. Their mother has never liked me. Through the whole relationship she's always spoke badly about me, especially about my style. I'm alternative. This is a problem as my workplace and school is near this McDonald's, and is the only place available to eat during my lunch break and before/after school. She's kicked me out of the McDonald's twice now, once while I was sat eating with my friends on the weekend and once while I was eating with friends after school. We are teenagers, I get that, however anytime we go and we make no scenes and are not loud and rowdy how most teens are in the UK with matchies, we aren't even in massive groups, it's always been with a max of 4 people, including me. We just order food, eat, chat for a bit and leave. It doesn't help that she's the manager too, there's no one else above her in the store to complain to. Is this something to even complain about? I've caught her giving me looks while I was eating with family too. What advice can anyone give me? Definitely report this mismanager to corporate or to the owner. Have your phone recording anytime you walk in there to make a purchase so you have proof of her behavior. Don't feel guilty if she loses her job because you reported her abuse. She made a choice to be a B*TCH. Complain to corporate and to your family, she's a manager not CEO. Alert them to that she is the mother of your ex and due to breaking up she's now kicking you out as a revenge. Inform them that she's abusing her power as a manager, and that she at her work should be a neutral party no matter what. Tell them she's kicking out your whole group. A greater amount of lost revenue and local reputation will be more convincing for corporate to act. Have your phone recording whenever you go in there? Next time she gives you grief, report her to the area manager, take it higher if they don't take action. I would contact the corporate office and voice your issue with them. I have found if you calmly call and explain a legitimate issue, it tends to be dealt with. That said, you will have to weigh that against possible consequences to the employee. They have made their bed so to speak, but you will have to determine if you can live with what might happen. Get notes from as many friends as possible confirming your story. Corporate thinks in $ and bad publicity. If they think a bunch of parents heard about this crackpot manager, they will act on it. If nobody else has warned you, you're probably getting McSpitburgers from her too. She clearly knows what she's doing is bad, or she would be also trying this when your family, aka adults, are around. Report her to McDonald's corporate. If you can go in again with some of your friends and record the entire to support your complaint. Make sure she doesn't see the camera, though. Of course, always make sure you are following your country's laws. Actually have parents go in order and sit down to eat as well as friends, recording UT, because corporate will listen to adults far more often. Go to their website. I'm sure you'll be able to complain through that somehow. She's taking advantage of her position as manager and they won't like that. Entitled SIL and MIL. I work in education and I currently have the summer off. Because of this, my SIL and MIL basically expect me to help out babysitting SIL's firstborn since SIL is pregnant with baby number 2 and needs a break or needs help. They expect me to take her once a week, never asked me to, just basically said since I have off I can. Neither of them helped me with my son or ever even offered. The help we did get from them, they acted like it was a chore, yet they basically expect me to help with SAL's kid until she becomes a SOM in August when the baby is born. I love my niece, but she's only my niece by marriage, and their constant pressuring of me to watch her makes me want to do it less and less. I want to see her, but I want to see her on my terms, not theirs. And no, I don't just sit home and do nothing over the summer. I use summer for important appointments, doctor checkups, dentist, etc., and since my son is older, almost 4, I take him and do stuff with him, which they never ask to join even when I tell them I'm going, or if I invite them to join they decline the invite. For clarification, I have not watched her yet this summer, but MIL is seeing this as my adjustment to being home, period. The first time they bring it up, just tell them you have a schedule already in place for the summer and you will let them know when it would be possible for you to take your niece for some bonding time with you and your son. Make sure neither of them have keys to your house and do not answer the door if they show up unannounced. Let them know clearly that they need to contact you at least 48 hours in advance of when they need help or you will not be available. Then don't be. Better yet, book back-to-back cruises for the entire summer. Hey, fellow teacher here. You don't have to justify what you do or not during the summer. If you sat around the entire summer, it's no one's business but yours. I woke up this morning and played my Xbox. Neither you or I have to explain our summer comings and goings to anyone. Of course, spouses have a different role in this, but my partner knows that my summers are just that, ours/mine. I don't do anything during the summer because I don't want to. End of story. I am talking about stuff outside family household stuff. Thank you. I just don't want the "well, if you're sitting at home all day, why not help" comments. Thankfully, my hubby is on my side and told me that if I don't want to, he's not expecting me to, and he will back me up if they try and start anything. MIL, you need to help Siel. Sorry MIL, I am not available to do that. Do not let them take advantage of you while you are on a break. Why do people assume that because school is not in session that teachers are sitting around doing nothing? Considering all that teachers have to do during the school year, I hope they spend at least some time doing nothing in the summer. Summer breaks for teachers are used to catch up on all appointments, clean up and work on our house, and spend time with our children. And see, still their county offices find a ways to require professional development classes during this time. Just tell them no. Don't let them guilt you into anything OP. They can make other babysitting arrangements. Trust me, if it were that easy, I would. If they don't get their way, they start drama until they do. You are being taken advantage of. Tell them that you want to get paid, quote, a hefty price, because if you have to work on your vacation time, they might as well pay you. Find out the going rates for daycare workers in your area and add a couple of dollars to it. This is the answer, as I am assuming teachers do not get paid during summer break and you could use the money, fun adventures for you and your son? Charge whatever you make on a daily basis teaching for a 7 to 9 hour day. I know this doesn't include teachers' homework. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.